Hello guys and welcome back to this channel. So this is what we are looking at on gold today. This is the chart that we are looking at on gold right now. I've already marked some certain zones, but let's go ahead and explain the reason why I marked those levels right there. So first of all, you can see that we had a base right here. That was a support zone. Price did what? Broke through it, indicating or leaving out a fair value gap right here. Now it hasn't been tested yet, so that could be a liquidity zone, right? Nice. But at the same time, we also saw a consolidation right here immediately after that push, breaking out that consolidation. Price dropped again and broke out this zone again. So this whole level is inconsistent. Why am I saying it's inconsistent? It means that is a pullback. It's not consistent. Price is going somewhere. Price is trying to touch somewhere or pull liquidity from somewhere. This right here is not a downtrend. Price is just trying to touch and pull liquidity from somewhere. So with this, you actually think, where do you think price is trying to pull liquidity from? Let's look at a bigger time frame. Obviously, you see that we are having a what? A change of character right here. But this right here is the last week of that change of character. So maybe price wants to rest on that last week before continuing an uptrend, right? To us, that is not really our problem. We want to search for what? Reasons to execute a trade, even if price is not reaching this massive level right here. Now, what should be the reason? On a smaller time frame, price should be at either a last high or price should be testing a what? A zone that has what? A lot of liquidity. And when you come to this zone, this was a rejection. Look at it. That right there was a rejection followed by a massive push. So that right there became a what? A very nice liquidity zone, right? Just this level right here. You can see the last what? Sell candle right there. So this right here now becomes a very high demand zone. When price comes all the way back into that zone, when we see massive what? Bullish movement piercing through this zone, or we see a what? A series of bullish candles pushing all the way through this, we know we are continuing the what? The uptrend, because this whole movement right here is inconsistent. If we have a consistent movement, price is just going to continue shooting up and shooting up and shooting up. We are not going to have a series where we have a consolidation, we have an upward move, we have a change of character, a consolidation again. No, that is inconsistent, meaning price is trying to pull liquidity from somewhere. Sellers are just trying to get into that range, even though buyers are not actually allowing them to do so, but they are trying hard to do so, right? So with that, I now ignore every single part of the analysis that I've done so far, and I'll be looking forward for only this zone right here. When this zone gets taken through, I'll be looking forward for price hitting this level, probably giving me a retest and doing what? Breaking through these levels right here. That is why my stop loss is below that what? Support zone right here. But if this zone is not taken through, if we have a counter trade within this range, what's a counter trade? A sell candle followed by a massive what? Bullish candle, or followed by a bullish candle that shows that what? Buyers are in the market more than the sellers. That is an execution for me. I'm executing the trade immediately. I'm not waiting, because I know we are still in an uptrend and we are looking for trend what? Continuation. Very, very easy, right? So if I'm going to execute my trade from this zone right here, where should my stop loss be and where should my what? My TPs be? So obviously I have to wait for price to actually just push through this zone right here so that I'll execute. The stop loss always has to be below that range, and you probably be targeting for price getting through this level before you even think about putting your first TP, because this is a very nice what zone that price can just reject all the way down, right? So you should be thinking of price getting maybe at least through this highs right here before you even think about what? Catching your what? Your first TP. So it could look like this. It could look something like this. So your first TP could be at this highs right here. But since price hasn't really gone through this or that, you should always do what? Be careful about your stop loss, because this is a zone that price can reject from, and this is also a double top, right? So that is another region you should actually be doing what? Looking forward for price to pushing through from. But yes, this is just what we are looking at. Let's look at the 1 minute time frame to see if we can execute a better trade, right? So on the 1 minute time frame, we can see that what? Buyers are coming into the market followed by sellers. So this is not really yet consistent, or this hasn't really proven or shown to us that yes, buyers are conquering the market. So we have to wait. That's why it's considerable for you to wait and see when price breaks above this zone right here, you execute your trade. So currently you can see we're having a jump. Price is trying to refill that jump right there. This is a jump in price from here all the way up. Now that's right there is our move. So this right there is a very nice trade. I would like to execute a very what big trade here. Now I'll be executing two trades. Very, very nice. So yes, it's done. That is it. You don't have to stress yourself. You see what just happened right there. Now I have to wait for price to actually take out this high before I could even think about taking my first TP. If price did not get out of that high, I shouldn't be looking forward for first TPs yet, because price can still go a lot much more higher, right? So I don't want to be cut short. You understand the reason why I said price should take out this high before you consider taking your first TP, because you don't want to be cut short. You being cut short is, we are still in an uptrend, and this uptrend can move for what, for days or for weeks. So if you did not wait to see a consistent move before you get out of a first trade, you might be losing out a lot, right? So that's what we are looking at. We are waiting for price to take out this high. So when price takes out this high, then we'll now look forward for what our TP, our first TP getting hit, right? But that's just it. You see how easy the analysis was. Sometimes you just have to look at the trend, understand, and execute. Easy as that. So that's just it. Let's see where this trend is going to go, or where this trade is going to go, right? I'll see you guys soon.
A few moments later.
All right, so the analysis went well, and I can now go ahead and take my first TP since we've actually got into this zone right here. I'll be looking forward to adding more trades if we continue pushing all the way up. But yes, currently I have to take my first TP. Now you can see how easy this analysis was. No stress, just an easy price movement, and you execute your trade. Now I'm done with the first TP. Let's look forward for the trend still pushing all the way up. I have to actually look forward for this zone, because if price retraces below this, I have to get out of this trade as well. But you can see how easy it was. Just understand the trend and execute. Nearly forgot. Please try your best and always add into trades, right? Adding into trades are one of the best things, because that alone will help you boost up your account extremely fast. But you can also see that I wrote below here as a note. Please take note of what I wrote there. It says what? Always look for pullbacks to add more trades. But remember, each trade you add is different. Why am I saying this? Because a lot of people will be in profit, just like I'm in profit below here. Now, I'll be looking at this profit and I'll just go ahead and add in any trade that I want. No, you don't do that. You have to calculate the move before you add into the trade. You have to understand that every single trade is an individual trade. So it also has to have a calculated stop loss. In any case, price is coming back to it, you have to get out of break even, because it's not included in the first trade, right? Do you understand that? If you don't do these type of things, you end up having problems. And always refer to the bigger time frame as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.